Hey everybody, this is Principal Anderson right here at Michelle Clark, and we decided for May, although it's Mental Health Month, which we're excited about, but we also want to do it's Mother's Day, right? And everybody do something for Mother's Day. Everybody, every store is packed. But when Father's Day don't come, that's a whole nother story. Whole nother story. We'll get to that later. But what we want to do is some quick segments on just celebrating moms, and so I have Ayana Moore here. She's a freshman at Michelle Clark. I'm so proud of her. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna let her introduce her mom, and then we're gonna let her mom introduce Ayana.
Okay, hey guys. So this is my mommy, my beautiful mommy.
And you probably gonna have to talk a little louder into that mic.
Don't start. Don't start. Okay, because this what happened the first time.
You got it.
We just gonna restart it.
Nope, keep going.
Okay, hey guys. This is my mommy. Her name is Mom. I'm not telling y'all her name. Y'all don't need to know that. But yeah, y'all. Okay.
So tell us something about your mom. Is this your mom?
Yeah, my mom is a chef.
Okay.
Food. like my mom. She's a really good mom. She's a nice mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, because we're gonna get questions, so that's all we wanted you to do.
I have a whole career.
Right.
Oh.
No, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Y'all don't need to know about
Okay,
that.
let's let your mom introduce you and watch what she does then.
Hi, I'm Ayana's mom. I have a name. It's Tish.
It's Mom.
I've had the joy of being her mother for 15 years. So welcome my beautiful baby girl, Ayana Cecilia.
Cecilia. So nice. Now, what is that name? How did you get that name?
My grandmother, her
Okay.
middle name is Cecilia. And so when I was about 7 months pregnant, she was cooking dinner for me. Because
Okay.
I love her baked chicken and red beans and rice and cornbread. And she said, it's a shame I have all of these pissy tail granddaughters who keep having these little girls and none of them have my name. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll give the one I'm carrying your name. Calm down.
Yeah.
And so I had her, Yanni is a preemie.
Okay.
She was a NICU baby. And so, of course, when I named her Ayana Cecilia.
And so then she was happy, right?
Yes, she was very happy. And she is the only great-granddaughter that has her middle name.
Nice.
And what's funny is that I'm my grandmother's only granddaughter that looks exactly like her. Mm-hmm. And so now we have another generation that has her whole face.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you guys do look alike.
Yeah.
You know. Do you guys ever get confused, like as sisters?
Yes, like we go out. Like we were out at Oakbrook, and it was me, my mom, and my sister. And people were like, are three of y'all sisters? Like, are y'all sisters? No, this is my mom. No. No.
So it's always the question. Like when they say, "Are you guys sisters?" Do you feel like then they think you're old or they think your mom's really young?
They think my mom is like really, really young.
Okay.
Like, no, she's not.
Oh.
I resent that.
Right.
But I think it's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
For me, it's I don't know, maybe it's just like too philosophical, but I look at it as them adultifying black girls.
Mm-hmm.
And so
because black don't crack.
It doesn't crack. And so then they look at my daughters and how the way they carry themselves and how they speak. And so it's this level of maturity that they both present at 17 and 15, which causes people to believe that we are sisters.
Yeah.
And when we're out, our relationship is on display.
I was just getting ready to say that.
So it's a lot of laughter, a ton of love. It's, oh, how would I look wearing this? And then it's their honest opinion, or again, and it's back down to the laughing. And it's us styling one another, and it's
and y'all just having fun.
Having fun.
And you probably, most people don't expect like a mother-daughter to be having fun.
Exactly.
Like that.
Yeah. You know, and I think being a mother and being considered a young mother, you know, even in my mid-30s, you should always make room to be your daughter's best friend, their very first best friend.
Yeah.
Like, I'm mama, you know not to play with me, but I'm also your best friend because I have to teach you how to navigate friendship with other black women.
Absolutely.
And women in general.
That's powerful. Yeah.
You know, and I need to show you that. So I need to not only display it by the women I have around you, which are my friends, my girlfriends, but I need to teach you hands-on This is how you hold the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you all act when you're out shopping, when you're in the dressing room. You know,
Yeah.
compliment. I love that I've done this because I love to see them do it. Just complimenting a black woman just because. Okay, hair.
Yeah.
Let's go dress.
Yeah, yeah.
And I see them do it.
Because we don't do that. Like,
Yeah.
I would say men don't. Like, we're afraid to be like, that guy really looks put together. Sir, those shoes are really, every
Yeah.
now and then, you'll get it. But it's the whole phobia of doing this stuff. And so sometimes I know, like, with women, they be like, well, I don't know why they looking at, or they jealous. Or,
Right.
Mhm.
And I'm
or self-conscious.
just-
So I'm going to do.
Yeah, and I'm really big on teaching my daughters how to love themselves.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for you to be jealous of the next.
Right.
Because you don't know that woman's story. You don't know how she's obtained any of those things. So you don't focus on what she has. You get up and you get it yourself.
Yeah.
But you are the next woman's biggest cheerleader.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are your first best friends first.
Yeah.
But you root for the next girl. You don't have to hate her. You don't have to dislike her. There's no need for all that drama. None of the above. But love one another.
Because I always feel like your gift will make room for you.
Absolutely.
And everybody sometimes try to push their gift to make room.
Yeah.
Just
You
be
don't have
yourself
to
and there'll
show
be
up.
room for you. And you'll find people love you for your gift that you didn't even try to push in their face or down their throat or anything.
Exactly. Like that whole shaping their identity.
Mm-hmm.
They have to know who they are and whose they are.
Yeah.
I'm huge on that.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure that they are reminded that the Lord made you.
Yeah.
You're gifted because He gave you these gifts. Now let me help you equip them. This is how you utilize them. You don't weaponize them, but you utilize them.
I love
and
that.
when you show up with the favor of God everywhere that you go.
Yeah. Ayana, here's a question for you. You know I love your mom, right? Ever since we met, and she was like, nobody's told me anything, and then she had, her boss called me to jump on me, right? No, I'm joking.
Please clear that up.
No, he did jump on me. But when you listen to your mom, like, what do you look at? What do you look and be like, Dad, that's what I'm most proud of her about? Without tearing up, because that could be really tearful. Like, if you look at your mom, you're like, she doesn't know this. Like, what would you think? Like, she doesn't know that she does that. You're like, that's what makes me so proud of her.
I would say the way that she just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like my mom, she's been through a lot with
just life.
Life
life
and peoples and stuff, her age.
Okay.
But tell me more about like that she keeps going.
She's a strong woman.
Mhm.
So it's like she just carries herself in a way where you wouldn't think that my mom would go through things, because she just looks like perfect in a sense, but she's not perfect, guys. But she really she pushes herself, and she pushes me and my sister to be good, and she just keeps up like a happy spirit all the time. Like, that's what I really like about my mom.
So when was the last time you told her that?
Right now.
And I only brought that up because there are sometimes we don't think about like looking and being like, why I'm proud of her, because sometimes we don't have to think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when we think about it, we're like, yeah, but I never told her that, right?
I'm also proud of her for going back to school.
Yay! Okay.
Now we're both in school.
Yay!
I love that. And you know what's so cool about that? And so we're trying to do a program now where we're trying to start like with the sophomores. And the sophomores that go to like Malcolm X, we're trying to get their parents in Malcolm X.
Wow.
So then by the time the sophomores graduate in their senior year, hopefully the parent will be ready to graduate too.
That is incredible.
So that's my new goal, is to have
I love
the parent
that.
and the child graduate with their associates.
She's graduating like close to me and my sister.
Well, so I'll graduate with my MBA spring of 27.
Okay.
And so she graduates
28.
28.
Okay.
My oldest will graduate
26.
26.
Oh,
we'll
so
be
y'all,
back-
yeah.
We'll be back to back, and I think that is amazing that you will offer that to parents.
Yeah.
It is so important that education is lifted in black households. The numbers are out. The enrollment for black boys enrolling in college and completing is below.
Yeah, absolutely.
Extremely low. And so the value of education has to increase in the household. We have to push our children to be so far greater than we are. And honestly, the best way to grow and make more money is through education.
And what happens is that if if the parent is in school and the children are in school, the whole house becomes school.
Exactly.
Versus one person is like, oh, I don't need that, because then they can play their music loud, but everybody's like, it's study time.
Yeah,
You know, that type of thing.
And it shifts the whole house.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Every degree I've earned, I've been their mother.
Yeah.
I had my first child at 19. I had her at 21. And every school I've attended, from Northeastern to Harold Washington to the Illinois Institute of Art Chicago, and now to UIC, my girls have been a part of those journeys.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's really cool, because they got a chance to see you in that as well. When you brought up about the numbers for black boys in college, the last time we looked at our numbers, and I haven't looked at them from this year, but we had more girls, of course, going to college, right? But we had more boys that were persistent. So more boys that went to college stayed longer.
Oh, that's great.
Stayed to graduate more than girls,
That's
which was
incredible.
But we had more girls go, but the persistent rate was a little different. So,
That's great.
and even with the kids. Yes, we're in school. There is a bell. It will ring again in 4 minutes. But even with that, with the 12 kids that we have graduating with their associate's degree, like 7 are boys, black boys. So like they're like killing it, right?
Awesome.
And one of the things I said to them was that you're changing the face of how people view and see African American boys.
Yes.
Because sometimes we see them and we like, do I grab my purse? Do I move to another seat?
Yeah.
They're finna come over and start something. And I was like, can you guys look like regular guys? You don't look like, these kids that somebody would be like, oh, he a nerd. I expected him to be smart. They're all athletes.
Yeah.
And so I think that's so important.
That is
So let me
great.
throw this one to you now.
Okay.
So let's see. Ayana's now a freshman. When you look at her from baby to freshman year, what would you say are like 2 things that you're like, this is what I'm most proud of her right now on?
I am most proud of how she shows up as her authentic self.
Mm-hmm.
That she does not feel the need to conform to reach people, but she shows up as her. And I am also most proud of her beautiful, compassionate heart. There are just so many amazing things. I love her brilliance, the way that she thinks. The fact that she has my whole face.
Now that's true.
I love that. That is like my favorite.
I was
thing.
like, when you look at it, you be like, ooh, that girl looks just like
She
me.
tell me this every single day. She be, you look just like me.
And
But what do you say? Do you be like, I do? Or you be like, no, I don't?
Sometimes
in some moments she'll look exactly like my brother.
Yeah.
And then I have a cousin Kiva, and Kiva and I are 4 months apart. I'm September, she's January, and she'll look exactly like my cousin Kiva.
Okay.
And then she'll look just like my mama, or then she's right looking back. So if she's looking like my mom, you can put her right next to my grandmother.
Okay.
She looks just like her too.
yes.
We're all quadruplets.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to throw this question at you, because and then it'll come to you, because I'll tell you for your mom, okay, not for Ayana. But when you're like just moving around daily at school or whatever, going about your day, what words do you always hear from your mom? Like, it's always something that they say that you're like, right?
She's like, wait, like what words do I hear from her?
So like for me, I would always hear my mom was like, do your best. And I'd be like, okay.
Oh
you
my
know.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's either because she prays the same prayer every day.
Okay.
And it's like, I don't get tired of it. But it's 12 minutes long, y'all.
It is not 12
It's
minutes
12
long.
minutes
You
long.
timed it.
My
like while your
Uber-
mom's praying, you looking at your watch. You going,
Yes.
okay, 2 more minutes.
She be, where's the blessed oil? And y'all, my Uber could be outside. She's still praying. Mommy, I have to go.
I don't pray 12 minutes.
Close though, right?
Very close.
So for you throughout your day, you remember the prayer.
Yeah, I do.
So that's good
And
though.
then I'll just text her. She'd be, why are you texting me? Because I want to text you.
Because
Like,
you remember the prayer.
exactly.
And that's what I mean. Like, something comes up and you like, I really didn't want anything. I just wanted to say like,
Hey. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes I do be wanting stuff.
But you want it later. But right now, I just want to say,
in
hey.
the same moment.
Oh, in the same moment.
She'll text me, I need to go to, was it Miss Brown? I need to Arizona. Can you send me $5? or she'll be very, can I have $1.50? The crazy part is, I literally purchase everything. She brings her lunch every day. So there is not anything in the house it's not there.
Yeah.
She won't take that stuff just so she can come here and spend money.
So you leave it at home?
Yeah.
Then you eat it when you get home?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That is insane. That is so insane. way to me.
No.
I don't mind like
No, I don't.
bring poor resources back into
Yeah.
the school. It doesn't bother me.
Yes.
So when she'll text me,
I stay at the
I
vending
normally
machine.
send her a little bit more than what
Right.
she asked for. That way she won't bother me tomorrow.
I stay at the vending machine.
Yeah,
Yes.
I get it.
And I stay at the little candy thing. I'm always ask my mom.
And we thank
always,
you because some of that goes to the seniors for their stuff too.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm always
okay.
asking for quarters. I promise y'all. My nana gave me 3 quarters this morning.
Yes,
Yeah.
my mom went through and was just like put a whole little bag together for her of just.
Oh
quarters.
Lord.
Yes.
So let me ask you: when you look at Ina, what do you see in you that you see in her now in high school? Like when I was in high school, God, she's doing some of the same. Like I was on dance just like she was on dance. So
She was not on dance.
she
She ain't got no rhythm.
No rhythm. Don't take my black card.
She can shout, but she ain't got no rhythm, y'all.
Listen, I got a mean footwork.
Yeah, you got. I mean, shout work. We got the right music, but that other
Right.
stuff she can't do.
Right, I cannot do it. But her social skills,
Yeah.
the way that like you know her,
Uh-huh.
that's how I was in high school.
Okay.
I wanted to be a part of everything that will push me to the front, and that's because of my Church of God in Christ upbringing.
Yeah.
My grandmother, my
The
grand,
Kojic.
yes,
You can't join in. You have
You
to
have
be
to be
born
born
in.
in.
it.
Yes.
7 generations deep inside. Yes.
What church?
The Greater Love Church of God in Christ is where I was born. My
Okay.
grandfather and grandmother pastored for 42 years. And when he died, my uncle was ordained the pastor.
Okay.
Although I'm no longer a member there,
Mhm.
I absolutely love my upbringing.
Yeah.
There is nothing I would change about being born in the Church of God in Christ. Like,
No, I was Church of God in Christ, baby.
oh, wow. That's why we clicked. But she would always push me to the front. And so seeing her in her element
Yeah.
when she is in the front and she's hosting or she's working the room, I'm just like, it is like me all
Yeah.
over again. Her having her own style. I
Uh-huh.
would get in trouble going to school because I went to Manly and our uniform was black and white.
You went to Manly?
I
Yes.
yes. I graduated from Manly, class of 2007.
I was your assistant principal.
No.
Who was your principal? Sean Stalling?
At the end, yes.
Sean Stalling and Janice Wells.
Yes. Because,
And I was the other assistant principal.
oh my God.
LOL.
You're going to make me pull out the yearbook.
I didn't stay long though.
He's my principal. He was your principal.
That is
That's
I was
crazy.
there from July to February.
Wow.
So then you know Miss Brown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She know Miss Brown and Coach Pat.
And Coach Pat. Cause
Right.
Tanisha
So
and
did
I
you know
were-
Miss Bryant?
Miss Bryant.
The math teacher? Oh, you haven't had Miss Bryant. So she teaches the juniors.
I'd have to see her face.
Oh my God, small world.
Okay, yeah. You know Chicago's only 4x4.
Right,
We don't
right,
know each
right.
other. But seeing her just in those
Yeah.
elements, it like back to the uniform. I didn't finish that part. It was black and white.
Uh-huh.
Every day for me, it was a pink blazer, something polka dot, and I always had the shoes and the purse to match.
Yeah.
And so when I look at her when she's getting dressed in the morning, although I spent all that money on uniform
Mhm.
that she does not wear, I need you to start ticketing her.
Oh, I
right
am
up
gonna
to-
start.
Right.
But
Yeah.
and I'll say this. We going back to it, but it's been amazing seeing some of the students come out of their shell
Mm-hmm.
with
to
fashion.
with fashion,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
with like just this freedom of
Expression.
yeah.
That's
and,
why we did the fashion show.
and I
And
think
I
that
love
was
that.
so amazing to see for me because I don't know that if I would have ever seen that.
with
With the uniform.
Yeah.
And I really do love it because I
Mhm.
love how much effort, even when she is like wants to be very casual.
Yeah.
How much effort she puts in it. Do I like how much money I spend? Absolutely
She
not.
does.
But,
But-
you have to take up sewing.
Oh yes.
We have sewing machines here. And this is our new venture too. You know, I'm always got ventures. So we have a group of ladies that come and they've been sewing clothes. We've been teaching them and all that. So they're going to pick a student that's going to start sewing with them. Your name's on the list.
They're talking to you, Kat.
But you know what? Here's the deal about that though. I could see you in some stuff that you'll be like, oh, I made this. Because I don't know if you ever heard this expression that either the clothes wear you or you wear the clothes.
yeah.
You know, and you wear your clothes. They don't wear you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's your own fashion. So you know, I think there's some people that they can put on, and people have said this about me. Oh, you could put on pajama tops, and people be like, that is sharp. You know, and
Yeah.
I'll be like,
I get that from my mom.
Yeah.
Cause my sister, like my mom, she's always had like, a fashion sense. I guess I think she got that from my auntie BB.
shout out to Auntie BB.
Yes, her, like actually, my mom, auntie BB, and my auntie Lulu, those are the triplets right
So they
there.
all got like names
Yes.
like BB and Lulu. And
Well, we all got our fashion sense from Nana.
Yeah, and my nana.
And Nana.
Yeah.
My mom,
She's the oldest.
Taught her sister BB, so she's the second grade. 8 of
Okay.
them, and so she taught BB how to sew. But she really taught all her siblings because she's the oldest girl. So she's the second mama.
Okay.
So she taught all her siblings how to dress, and for her little sisters, it was very much so how to wear your undergarments.
Yeah.
She's still a stickler,
Especially for
about
Church of God in Christ.
that. Yes.
Yes.
Oh no, I know.
She's still on that. Like she be like, you need a girdle.
And you have
Where you
Yeah,
going
yeah,
in this?
yeah.
Like I mean, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Thanks.
I'm telling you.
But-
I knew it from Church of God in Christ.
Yeah, and my sister.
Shout out to them because you know they do make us where we are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like as kids,
and
church
all,
kids.
and all of what I am is from that foundation, knowing how to speak and how to network, how to
long
do
church
admin
hours.
work,
Yeah.
you know.
YPWW.
Yes, absolutely. Sunday school. I was
Yeah.
a Sunday school teacher. I
She
taught
was my
YPWW.
So
Sunday
was I.
Yes.
She was my Sunday school teacher.
Really?
We
Yeah.
got like little donut hoes every Sunday. That was the best.
Nobody wanted the babies, and because
Who
my
did I
they
have?
were my babies were babies.
Yeah.
I took on the primary class, and I loved it.
So have you thought about teaching?
My father, a former Chicago public school teacher, says
He's a
that
music
often,
teacher.
but no, I would not do that.
Y'all should bring him in. He's a music teacher.
And he's retired.
Yes.
Oh, then they don't. They don't.
He
come
he
back.
does not want to do
No, they don't
nothing.
come back.
Like I've been.
Wait
begging
till
him.
I retire. Y'all gonna be like, what was that principal's name? Like
You
we
will
just
never
fade
be-
into the
You will
woodwork.
never
You're not
be
gonna.
forgotten.
You're gonna retire after I graduate.
No, see now you sound like my grandson. You can't retire, and I'm like, you're not even in high school yet. Like, how old do you think I have
Well,
to be?
you cannot retire until after she graduates.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I won't allow that.
Okay, then that
I
means
remember
I have
Dr.
to be
Flanagan.
here.
She was my
Yeah,
brother's principal at Manly.
Yeah.
And I couldn't wait to be there because of her. And she was only there my
so
freshman
cool.
year.
She was so super cool.
Yeah, and she was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah. She
Dr.
wa-
Flanagan was amazing. It was that whole group of ladies.
Yeah.
So Weston House had Dr. Bibbs. Manly had Dr. Flanagan, and it was one other school that had like a strong black lady that you were just like, they running this West Side. You know, they run this West Side. So we're running out of time, but I want to give you guys chances. Any last words that maybe even you want to just share to like other mother daughters or, you know, sometimes people hear this or like Mother's Day come around and everybody's not happy about Mother's Day, right? For whatever reason, either maybe they didn't have a great relationship with their mom or their mom is not here. It's one of those. It's like Christmas. Like people are excited about Christmas, and there's this group that are like, I'm not excited because the people I need to be here aren't here, or the relationship I wanted to have is not here. Like, what would you? Let's end with you guys maybe talking to those type of people.
Why do I have to go first?
Because you're the daughter.
Because you're the youngest.
What would you say to other daughters?
I don't really know, guys. I don't
Okay.
know. Like,
And that was a hard
I would
question.
just say,
That really was.
yeah, I would just say honor your mother.
Mhm.
Like, really honor her because you really do have to take the time to be like, well, yeah, my mom did carry me for 9 months, so.
And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. right?
Exactly. Like, honestly, I would not be here. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have my good looks. So, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have good food. Like,
Yeah.
guys, her food is like actually amazing. No, you can't have none.
I was just gonna say I only had a shake, but we'll get to that later off air.
No, y'all can't. Like I said, no, y'all cannot have any. But you really honor your mom and like really think like, man, I really actually love my mom. I be thinking at the time like, I do love my mom. Yeah.
And then you text her and you're like, well, since I text you, I need $1.50.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I'd be like, hey, what you doing?
And now does that mean since we're talking?
Yeah, I mean,
I get you.
since you brought it up, like let me just throw this in here.
Okay. So I would say to other mothers, especially to single moms, to give yourself grace. You are allowed to heal. So give your space and give yourself time to fully heal. You are allowed to evolve and grow and become. Be the absolute best version of yourself. Be the woman you want your child or your children to look at and be amazed and proud that you are their mother. And just know that you are doing the best you can with what you have, in spite of any of your circumstances. And to the women who are mothers who struggle with motherhood because you didn't have the example, give yourself grace to grow. There is so much room for you to grow and develop and become. Take the time to stop. Ask the Lord for help. You, and to every mother, you are not parenting alone. You have help. You have resources that are available to you. And so I just pray that every mother knows how valuable she is and how amazing she is and how strong she is. You are allowed to have your weak moments. It doesn't make you a weak woman, but you have those moments and you are allowed. And then you just get up, you dry your eyes, and you throw your hands back in the game. It's motherhood.
Yeah. And if I had to pick, not that I know how to be a mother or anything like that, but I because this probably would go for everybody though, I would say make sure you learn how to celebrate every celebration there is.
And, yeah, absolutely.
You
and
know.
I just
Every
learned
milestone.
that a few years ago because I never would celebrate myself. It wasn't until, like, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago, I learned how to stop and congratulate me.
Yeah.
I spent so much time in shame, not proud of myself, hating myself, that it never occurred to me just how far I had actually come. And so now here I'm at the point of healing and evolving, and I can see just how amazing God has been in my life and how he has allowed me to accomplish so much, you know, not just for my children, but for myself.
I can talk about that too. Like, I think a lot of teenage girls, they don't realize their potential. Like, they don't, because our generation is just so wrapped up in, oh, I want to be like the next person. I want to be like them. I want to be like
be
this.
Next TikTok sensation.
Exactly.
Or baddies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, they're so wrapped up in that image because that's what they see on social media and that's what they hear from, like, school and outside and everything. And it's like, once you realize, like, you know how to do stuff and you start doing stuff good, like, it's going to shock you because you're not used to that.
Yeah.
So, y'all really just got to be yourself.
I agree.
Exactly.
Tap into yourself and then realize that, yes, I can put this pajama top on and rock it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know.
Value yourself.
Yeah.
I love pajamas. Rock your pajamas.
It's absolutely about valuing yourself. Every day that you get up, you should look in the mirror after you thank the Lord for waking you up this morning. But look in the mirror and tell yourself,
Be like,
I love
I'm
you.
T.
Yeah.
I love you and I'm proud of you. Talk well to yourself. And this is for not only the mothers, but for the daughters.
Like, I'm rich.
You know,
with her money.
You speak those things over your life. I'm wealthy. I'm healthy. I'm loved. I'm valued. I'm seen. I'm heard. I'm beautiful. I'm fearfully and I'm wonderfully made. You speak well of yourself, and everything that you say, that world will begin to revolve itself around you. But if you're constantly going, I'm broke, I'm angry, that is what will be. So reverse that and just speak well. Only speak well.
And don't forget to have a 12-minute prayer every day.
Yes, moms, pray over your children.
12
Please
minutes.
pray over your
12
children.
minutes. Y'all.
12 minutes.
Walk out the
12
door.
No
minutes.
less than 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Seconds.
No,
Lord,
no.
cover them. Bless their day in Jesus'
No,
name. Amen.
y'all, it's 12 minutes and 38 seconds and
is
0.5 milliseconds. I'm telling y'all.
Thank you guys so much. Like, seriously, you are first. We're going to do a series of them in May. So we wanted to get it kicked started, and I can't think of a better twosome to have gotten this started with. I kept bugging, and I was like, "What did your mama say? Did you tell your mama?" And so thank you so much for being
And
here.
you know what she was doing?
What's that?
Did you ask Principal Anderson? And Principal Anderson, yeah.
You know what? I'm like, did you submit the thing? Are you sure?
What time is it gonna be? What day is it? What day is it? Did Principal Anderson? Did you confirm? Like, oh
so
my gosh.
I'm so glad because the goal of this is that everybody that hears it not only hear the beauty in your relationship, but they also hear the encouragement and see the encouragement of being better for their lives as well.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much. So don't forget to stay tuned for the next episode. These will be running in May for Mother's Day week.
Woo.
Bye-bye.